So I just stopped off at Starbucks because I knew it's probably going to be a lengthy video. So I got a venti cold brew, light ice, because for some reason Starbucks likes to fill their cups with so much ice. So annoying. Venti cold brew with 2 stevias and light almond milk. Here we go. There are so many benefits to drinking water. This is probably one of the main reasons I lost weight as well, because I would just bring a little teeny tiny water bottle with me or pick up a little water bottle from a store when I was eating. But having this is probably a good, I would say this is probably a liter. This is awesome. I bring it with me everywhere I go. I put in lemons, limes, whatever. This keeps me full. So make sure you bring a big water bottle wherever you go. I never really wanted to weigh myself when I was around the 200-pound mark because I was so discouraged. I hated the way I looked, and I knew that if I stepped on that scale, I would hate myself even more. It would just remind myself of all the times I overate, I binged, I, ate in private because I was very upset with myself and upset with my body and who I was. So I refused to step on a scale. When I stepped on that scale and saw that I was over 200 pounds, that was the push that I needed, and that wake-up call, that was like, holy crap, like, I don't want this to go on any further. I want to live my life and be the best version of myself. And I knew that I wasn't taking care of myself, and I knew I needed to change. But I was still in school. I didn't have a lot of money. I was paying for my school myself. So I didn't know, it's not like I could just hire a trainer. I didn't know what trainers were good, what trainers actually wanted to help me and care for me. So I just started doing it myself. I used to go to the gym between the ages of 16 to 18. Then as soon as I went to university, that's when it kind of all spiraled backwards. Stopped caring for myself, stopped caring about my body, let people walk all over me. I really did not know what I wanted. I wasn't confident in myself, wasn't confident in what my own abilities were, because when you start eating and when you start getting into that downward spiral, you literally just dig yourself into a hole more and more and more. And I could just see myself sinking into this large pitted hole. And I had no idea how to get out. I was at that point, I started to climb myself out of the hole myself. And so I started going to the gym. I started caring about my body. I stopped eating McDonald's drive-thru and A&W and crap for my body. I mean, I would still have it here and there, but I started making a conscious effort to just eat healthy, have more salads, have more greens, have more whole foods, and just start going to the gym and just doing what I could. So for me, that was a lot of cardio. So I'd be on the elliptical for like 30 to 40 minutes. I would go and do all the machines at Good Life. I would just do whatever I thought I could do. So I did lose about 10 to 20 pounds myself, which is amazing, but I didn't know how to push on. I had reached the plateau and I was getting bored. The thing you don't want to do is spiral backwards. So at that very point, I hired a trainer because I didn't know what else to do. I didn't know what other machines I could do, what other training methods, what other workouts. I was unsure of how else to eat healthy. I was doing whatever I thought was right, but I needed more guidance. I needed more help. So my sister was actually the one who inspired me to get a personal trainer. She had seen amazing success and amazing results, losing about 60 pounds with a trainer, which is amazing. It was at that very point I was still in school and going to Toronto 4 times per week. My schedule was insane. I would be waking up at 4:30, 4:45 in the morning, and I wouldn't get home till about 5 or 6 o'clock at night. So I was literally gone out of my house for 12 to 16 hours a day. With that schedule, then hiring a personal trainer, had top of that doing a million projects and assignments because it was university. My schedule was insane. But there's no perfect time to start your transformation. It's what I tell my girls all the time. There's no perfect time to start. I'm sure we would all love to have an open schedule with nothing planned and nothing booked, but there really is no perfect time. And to be completely honest with you, the best time is when you're the most busy, because that's when you fit yourself in and you make yourself a priority no matter what. I would wake up, my alarm would be off at 4:45 in the morning. I would catch the 5:30 a.m. GO train from Barrie to Union Station in Toronto. I would get to Toronto at around 7 a.m., 7:15-ish. I would usually sleep on the train. I was so exhausted, so there was no way I could read or anything without falling asleep. I would get to Toronto at around 7:15, and then I would have to walk to Union to catch my first class at 8 in the morning. So I'd listen to some tunes while I was walking. I would get a little bit of exercise in because I would try and not take the subway. So I would walk all the way to Union, or I would walk all the way to Ryerson, which was about 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes. But it was nice, it was peaceful, but I felt like a walking zombie. I was so exhausted. Then by the time I got there, I would be in classes all day. Sometimes I would have a 3-hour break. If I had a 3-hour break, I would bring my workout clothes in my school bag. It was so funny because I literally felt like I was carrying rocks and hundreds of pounds on my back with my textbooks and my gym clothes, my shoes, my change of clothes. So I would have my school bag in one hand and then my meal prep bag in the other. And it was just so crazy walking around Toronto with a million bags on my back, but I got it done. So if I had that 3-hour break, I would go do a workout. I would be super sweaty. I would change and shower most of the time. So that was the best situation, but usually that didn't happen because I would have extra projects and assignments to work on, or a group project that I would have to go meet my classmates in between that time. So usually that didn't happen. But if I could work out in between classes, that would be the best situation. But 9 times out of 10, that didn't happen. I still would bring my gym clothes, but I would leave it in my car at the train stop. When you want something bad enough, you will make it happen no matter what. So the train would land, and on the train coming home, I would finish all my readings, all my schoolwork, everything I could. So I would come back to the Barrie GO station. I would leave my gym clothes in the car and then eat my meal on the GO train as well. So I would eat on the GO train at around 5 p.m., 5:30, come back to Barrie around 7-ish, and then go to Good Life, which is around 20 minutes away, then have my workout from 7:30 to 8:30. Then I would come home for 9:30-ish, meal prep for the next day, get ready for anything, and go to sleep. And usually by the time I went to sleep, it was like 12:30 because I had last minute homework to do. Meal prep took a long time and I would just want at least 20 minutes to chill out. So that was a pretty crazy schedule. So there are 3 reasons that I decided to change, okay? Reason number 1 is I was not confident in my body at all. I felt really lost. I didn't know who I was because I felt all this extra baggage from the fat. I didn't know who I was on the inside. Once I was able to peel off those extra layers, I was finally able to realize what my passions were, what my strengths were, how I could inspire others. But because I had all this baggage on me, the extra fat, the depression, the anxiety, all the emotions of self-doubt and hatred towards myself, all this extra baggage on myself was really wearing me down. I had no motivation for simple things. So simple things like going for a walk, I wouldn't be able to do. Meal prepping was really difficult. Any sort of exercise was really challenging. I could feel my heart was just racing. So all these little things are really, really challenging. And until you make that mental shift and really tell yourself, I need this, I want this. And when you really tell yourself that I need this, it's not just a transformation where you change up your eating habits. It's not just a transformation where you decide to walk once or twice a week. It's a transformation where you literally dive in with both feet, okay? You can't have one foot in and one foot out. It has to be that full transformation of knowing that you need to do something completely different, okay? Insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again. I don't know what that is to you, but if you're doing something over and over and over again and expecting a different result, this is called insanity, okay? And I would love to tell you that things are gonna change, things are gonna get better, but reality is it's not, okay? You need to make a change. You need to do something that is completely different. And I tried to do it myself. I did see some success. You know, I did lose 10 to 20 pounds myself, which is awesome. But I did have, you know, a little bit of knowledge from going to the gym when I was 16. I was pretty sporty and athletic in high school. I played lots of soccer. I loved running. I did a lot of track and field in elementary school and high school. So I was pretty athletic, which helped me lose those 10 to 20 pounds. But without that prior knowledge, I probably would not have been able to lose that initial weight loss, which was still amazing. But the majority of knowledge that I learned was when I first hired a trainer, which got me jumping off into the deep end, not knowing what's gonna happen. And she just totally showed me a completely new way of eating, a completely new mindset, and totally rocked my life. And then after that, I decided that I knew what to do from here on out. And this is when I decided I wanted to make it a career because of how much it impacted me and how much I have inspired other women. So that is when I decided to make a career change. I was in the last year of university. I went to school for 6 years. And in the last year, I decided that I needed to do this full time. But I didn't want to give up on my degree, so I just finished it, but my heart wasn't in it. Again, I was kind of half in, half out, but I knew I would just finish it up, get it done and over with, because school is very expensive, and I didn't want to, you know, put the $50,000 down the drain. So I finished school. Then I just became obsessed with learning. And this is when I jumped in and did my first bikini competition. I coached myself entirely, which was super hard. I did have a little bit of help with my sister in terms of like posing and nutrition. So she did help me a little bit, but majority of it I did all myself. If you feel lost right now, if you feel like, Hannah, I have no motivation to go to the gym. I don't know what to eat. I feel like I'm eating healthy, but I don't know what to do. I want you to comment below in this video. Let me know what you're struggling with. Then I will do a YouTube video on it, because the worst thing when you're on your weight loss journey is not having support. So I had a little bit of support from my sister and my family because we were all in this together. I think it is really important when you're on a weight loss journey to bring someone with you, your husband, your boyfriend, your sister, your best friend, and someone who is more committed than you are to this journey, because you can be committed all you want, but when you have that support system of people around you keeping you motivated and inspired, it pushes you that much more. So I hope this helps you, beautiful, and I cannot wait to see all of your success in your transformation. And I do have my Transformers tribe, which is specific for females who want to tone, tighten, and sculpt their body without dieting for the rest of their life. You can apply at hannahmccrae.com. So like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you loved about this video, and I cannot wait for this amazing week.